Hello.
Hi.
We're back.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. What's your resolution? I'll tell you mine. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't do those.
No, I mean, the
Don't
only
work
thing
for
I
me.
said that I'm going to like focus on doing is drinking more water.
I love that.
Like, I just,
love
Yeah.
drink.
I'm just starting
Yep,
to
yeah.
notice that like, I don't intake that much water. So
I don't either. So maybe we'll do a thing about that.
just, yeah, I'm just trying to focus on that more.
Yeah, my jelly juice intake is really high though. Call back to a great episode featuring liquids, the jelly juice poop cult.
I need a really good waterfall moment.
God, I wish I could waterfall for everyone on YouTube right now who's watching.
I've been pretty regular this year so far.
Oh wow,
good.
mazel
I'm
tov.
blessed.
Yeah.
We should tell everyone why we haven't been able to record lately so the rumors don't go flying.
Oh, absolutely. So
We
now
had a big fight.
We did,
and
yeah.
We didn't talk to each other for. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, it was one of those like bands reunited situation.
Well, yeah, what
I
happened-
waterfalled, Jen didn't.
Well,
it was
like-
nightmare.
A little bit before Thanksgiving, first Jen was feeling under the weather and she like powered through and everything was fine.
A couple weeks later.
A couple weeks later, I got sick, like really bad, and Jen didn't give me any.
Yeah, not from Jen.
I was just sick. And
Unrelated.
So
Yeah, of course.
I got sick with like a bad cold, and then when I felt better, then Mark got sick.
And I got sick with something
With
that was
something else. Like
different,
different.
not what Mark had.
Yeah,
So
and-
Mark didn't have what Jen had. I didn't have what he had.
So then Mark was like deathly ill, and then as
Yeah.
soon as Mark started to feel better, I caught what he had.
Yeah.
And then
super spreader event.
That set me out of commission for like a week.
Yeah.
And then these two bitches are feeling better, and then I got
I
sick.
know.
So, and I just finally got over
I know.
feeling better. So.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So if somebody knows who cursed us, let us know.
Yeah, please let
Yeah.
us know.
Yeah. Patreon.com/Bizarre Buffet
Thanks.
Podcast. Yeah.
So, Mark,
Well, I mean, we'll start this with a question now that we're all not deathly ill
Yeah.
anymore.
Now that we're all not super spreading at the
I
table.
know.
It was rough.
It was.
Listen,
He's
what
right.
did I tell you both earlier? I'd rather get COVID again than like have to deal with another stomach
Same.
bug
Oh
or
yeah.
like have the flu.
The way that shit sounds, no thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Give me the SARS.
Well, let's start our episode with our fun question.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask two questions. and
Okay.
they're-
Oh, I love a two-parter.
Oh, we do.
The question that we're going to open up with
Yeah.
is, if you were a drag performer, what would your drag name be?
Mine would be Funeral Parlor.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Thank
love
you.
that.
Thank you.
I cheated and did a drag name generator.
I love it.
My name would be Misfortune.
I think that's fucking fantastic.
Right?
So
Misfortune.
for a generator, that gave you a good one.
I feel like you could do a lot with that.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
were a
Oh, for
drag
sure.
performer,
Yeah. What's
you know?
your misfortune?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would your drag queen name be?
I would be Gizmo Glitter Paws.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely.
But I feel like,
Gizmo.
Jen, you could be like Yogana.
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 Yogana LaQuiva Wilson.
Yogana.
I love it.
I
Because
love
you
it.
could do yoga.
Yes.
Yogana.
Yeah.
And Mark, you could be Harry Mary.
Harry Mary. I like Funeral Parlor
I
better.
like funeral parlor.
Thank you.
more.
Funeral parlor
Yeah.
fits you.
Thank you. I think so too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My other question, what's like the most weirdest or unusual thing you found while cleaning out a closet?
Oh God.
Or a
Okay.
bag.
So, all right, I'll go first. When my mom was selling her house, we like went through boxes and boxes of shit up in the attic. My mom has always really been into elephants. That's always been her thing. She's always had elephant like statues and little like
It's a very
trinkets. and
90s
stuff.
mother thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, she always was a fan of elephants. We come to a box and it's probably from when she was a kid. At the time, it probably was like an inflatable elephant, but it like looked like the elephant man was deflated with like a squished up face. That's probably one of the weirder things I have found while cleaning out a closet.
That's pretty weird. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. For me, normally it's just like weird things from my past. Things in the past that I found would be like old journals, or like, I remember when I was little. Okay, here's something. I used to find like agencies where like celebrities were represented.
Of course, and you would like write them letters.
Oh,
and
yes,
shit. I did the same fucking thing.
Exactly.
What was that magazine when we were kids?
There was like a website that you could
No,
go
but
to.
there was like a celebrity magazine when we were kids.
Teen Bob?
Yeah, Teen Bob. They had addresses in there too that you could write to celebrities.
Oh, wow.
Tiger Beat.
So I'll tell you one that I never sent. This is controversial.
Okay, do you still have it?
I don't. I wish.
Okay.
This is a controversial one. It was to Michael Jackson because I think I just wanted to be adopted so badly out of my house that I was like, Michael Jackson, bring me to Neverland. I'll take the risk.
Oh my, how old were you?
I don't even remember, honestly. Like, I must have been pretty young.
Okay.
With internet access, but not like young, but like, I don't know. I think I aged out for him. I think I was too old. I think I was too old by the time I was playing. But yeah, I stuffed that behind the back of a drawer and I never sent that one.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
It is a shame. Why is it every episode we find some reference to Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson he's another.
Michael Jackson always makes an appearance.
I know.
Or the Titanic does.
Titanic.
What about you, Mark? What is the weirdest thing you've ever found in a closet?
Aside from you.
Last time. Girl, I'm not in no closet.
I know.
We both were at one point.
Everybody's in a closet at some point.
Not me, honey.
Oh yeah, Mark came out of the room and he's like, I'm coming out. Yeah.
That
Out.
was the queerest thing to ever come out of a vagina.
Oh my God.
I guess like the most unusual thing is like I found a button-down shirt and it was a size extra small. Gone are those days.
Fables.
I miss those days.
Me too. I know.
I remember
Long gone
there was
for
an
me.
episode of Hoarders and this guy was like, his family was like cleaning out his house and they found a closet full of like
Dildos.
and BDSM stuff. And,
Oh my God.
And the sisters were like crying about it.
They were crying over the dildos.
I was like, good for him.
Yeah,
He's
they
living
were.
his best life.
Yeah, that's right. And they were like, what is this stuff?
I didn't know he was like this.
Yeah, that was one of the lines.
Before I came here, I was watching Storage Wars. and
Oh
I
my God,
love-
that show.
It's so good because like these people don't know what's behind the doors.
No.
I think like one of the guys like found a loaded gun.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
That's some
surprised.
weird stuff in there.
I know.
Today's episode, it's about
A drag queen
a drag queen
in a closet.
Similar. I mean,
Oh boy.
it's about a drag queen / trans woman by the name of Dorian Corey. Have you guys ever heard of Dorian Corey?
I have.
I have not.
Okay, so she had quite a secret.
Yeah, she did.
Perhaps a skeleton in her closet, one could say. But before we get into her closet skeleton, let's learn a little bit about Dorian Corey and
Yes.
her story.
Boots the house down, mama.
Boots the house down, mama. Dorian Corey was an American drag performer, and she was also a fashion designer. She was born June 6, 1937, in Buffalo, New York. Originally assigned a male at birth, later in life she realized that she was a trans woman
Okay.
while she was being raised on a farm in Buffalo.
Wow.
Wow.
So I feel for her.
Yeah, that's
That's
a lot.
gotta be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, being a trans person now is rough, but I can imagine being on a farm in the 30s.
Buffalo. Buffalo.
Where like if you even uttered the fact that you liked someone of like the same gender.
Oh,
it
that would be a big fucking problem.
A big fucking problem.
Yeah.
You'd be like, ow, I'm gonna pray the gay away.
Oh, no, then they would probably do a lot more.
Probably.
I think, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because, America.
Yeah.
In the 1950s, she moved to New York City after she got this really, really cool job as a window dresser at a place called Hengerers.
Hangerers.
Hengers?
Where'd you get your dress? Hangerers.
Hangers.
Hengers? Hengerers?
Hangaries.
Hengaries?
Whatever.
Hengerers.
Ah, sure.
And it was like a well-known department store. She got this job while she was studying art at Parsons.
Wow.
So now, we go into the 1960s.
The summer of love.
Yeah.
Free love.
Oh, God, so much LSD.
Yes. And really good music.
Really good music. Absolutely. There was a lot going on.
I like the mod.
Yeah, the mod look is really cool too.
Yeah, short
The
skirts.
colors.
Pop colors.
All the trees are brown. I'm doing the backing vocals too.
That's really impressive.
Thank you. I worked on it. No, I didn't.
Like, I love a Twiggy moment. So, yeah, it's like the 1960s, and she ended up going on, like, tour as a snake dancer.
Oh, a charmer.
Like a real snake.
I guess so. It was like in a cabaret.
Ew,
like a drag act.
we've gone down this rabbit hole about snakes and how I fucking hate them.
Yeah,
mortified.
we're not snake supporters here.
No.
Sorry.
They should all be extinct.
Yeah, sorry about
Snakes
that.
are snakes for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
They scare me.
Yeah.
If somebody calls you a snake in real life, you're not going to take it as a compliment.
No.
No, ma'am.
That's my theory. I don't know.
So, she did that, and then she was also the founder of this voguing house that she called the House of Corey.
I just need to stop for a minute. I love the whole ballroom, like the ballroom scene.
Yes.
And how, like, every, like, group was house of.
Yes.
Yeah.
House of this. House of that.
Yes, it's so good.
I love that they had, like, house names.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Like on the show Pose.
I
the
haven't
House
seen it yet.
Of Evangelista.
We've never
Yes.
seen that.
Oh, you have to. You'll love it.
Is that on HBO?
It was on Netflix at one point.
Okay.
It might be on Hulu. Check.
Okay,
But
I'm
it's
going to look for it.
so good.
Mark and I are a disgrace to the community. 'cause
As
we've never
always,
seen it.
we're
So
a disgrace
good.
to every community, including you who's listening.
We love that whole ballroom scene.
We do.
I love it too.
Half of like my phrases probably comes from that.
And like
Yeah.
the fucking costumes, like the
I know.
fucking costumes
So
that they
good.
would wear.
A woman wears a
lit.
bag to an evening ball. Sorry.
Something broke.
Something. Don't mind that.
So she was like one of these like Vogue house people.
Yeah,
and
Vogue
she was
house.
quite legendary for she actually won over 50 grand prizes from voguing balls.
Wow.
She later became a house mother where she took care of LGBTQIA people who were basically forced out of their homes. They were homeless because,
Yeah, well, that's also a thing too. Like, it was around a time where homosexuality, transgender, it was really frowned down upon, and a lot of times you would be like pretty much like
Kicked out of your
disowned
house.
from
Yeah.
your own family, and you would have
1,000,000%.
nowhere to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was nice about her is that she kind of took it upon herself to like open her home and be a
Yeah.
house mother and kind of create like a new family.
Yeah, that is very nice.
And I feel like in drag culture now that still resonates.
This sounds so much
Yeah.
like Pose.
Yeah.
You have to watch it now.
I can't wait.
Another cool thing about her is that in 1968 she was in a documentary called The Queen, and it's like the first or one of the first documentaries about drag queens, but I mean like old school drag queens, like the 60s.
That's on Netflix too, I think.
I think we watched it. So now, one of her biggest claims to fame was that she was featured in the most legendary drag ballroom documentary. It's called Paris is Burning.
Fuck yeah, Paris is Burning.
Yes, boots the house down, listeners.
House down.
Yeah.
And this is a 1991 film documentary about ballroom culture in New York City.
Going to a ball.
I've never seen the whole thing. I've only seen bits and pieces of it.
It's so good.
I
so
actually had a
good.
professor in grad school that used to like take clips of Paris is Burning to show us. It's like when she would be talking about theater and try to find a way to like relate it to theater.
Interesting.
She did the same thing with Die Hard. It was like
really cool.
Die Hard and Paris is Burning were like the two movies
Wow.
that she would just like pull clips from to like explain what she was trying to like talk about in her lectures. It was really cool. I have to go back and watch it now because I've never seen it in its entirety.
I'd like to meet her. What an interesting
I
person.
mean, the demographics are so different because you have Die Hard, which is like,
You have Paris is Burning, where you have a bunch of drag queens voguing.
Absolutely.
Girl, this documentary, it showcases like the challenges of transgendered women and men, drag queens, just being gay, and it really showcases the difference between their day-to-day lives and also ballroom culture. And it's like really, really competitive. Like they take it fucking around.
Seriously.
Yeah. What's fascinating is that our favorite fracker in the world, RuPaul Charles. A lot of his references for Drag Race, like if you watch Paris is Burning in its entirety, you will see how much RuPaul has taken in reference from that documentary.
Well, it's funny that you said that, because the next thing in my notes, I said the TV show RuPaul's Drag Race is like a huge homage to the film.
Even the title of the show, Drag Race, because there was like this clip that I found somewhere where Dorian Corey was actually saying, "It's a drag race, honey," or something, la la la, you know? And I was like,
oh, I'm sure, like, you know, Dorian Corey was one of the ones who paved the way for
people like RuPaul the Fracker to steal her ideas.
Exactly.
Yes.
And a lot of good terminology came from this, like serving looks.
Yes. What does it mean to serve a look? Can we explain to the children?
I mean, if you want to know what serving looks is, just follow me on social media.
That's right. Boots the house down.
I mean, right now I'm serving like a Depeche Mode, beautiful Depeche Mode tank top.
Yes. Yes.
Chain.
It's beautiful.
Showing off my guns. And then and other things too, they'll be like, category is rich woman eleganza.
Extravaganza.
But it's true. Like, it's always a category. The category is...
Yeah, exactly.
Category
it's
is
always
working class ballroom.
Yeah.
And you have to, like, your right? Your, like, house has to...
You have to embody it.
Embody whatever the category is.
Yeah, it's kind of like improv.
It is.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe that's where
like dance moves.
There's some
like,
dance moves. Yeah. Sometimes there's like some theatrical things to it too.
Yeah.
Like there's some like little storylines that happen in between.
Yeah, because they always like will walk a certain way, right? So if it's like the category is rich white woman in the suburbs realness, and like, you know,
it is a known fact that a woman do carry an evening bag at dinner time.
they carry themselves a certain way, portraying like.
But then you have like the master of ceremonies like up there with the microphone, like pretty much like commentating on the entire walk.
He's the best in that documentary. He's like one of the most entertaining people.
The master of ceremonies, I think, is like the best part of the entire experience.
We would be the masters of ceremony.
Yes.
But we wouldn't know what we're saying.
Like, oh, Mama, she's bringing Yves Saint Laurent to downtown.
Yeah. Honey, this is just like Lizzie Borden realness.
It should also be noted that Dorian Corey was also on the Joan Rivers show.
Oh.
Fun fact.
Legendary.
I saw Joan Rivers' last performance before she died.
I'm so jealous.
She literally got rushed to the hospital after her fucking stand-up bit.
Oh my God. That is iconic.
Like, she literally died, like, within 48 hours.
Oh,
Jen,
poor thing.
You're even more royalty than you already are.
I know.
Well, it's funny. Side note, while we're talking about gay icons and performances, one of my old friends / coworkers, when she was like 6 years old, her mom took her to a Cher concert.
Oh.
And her name is Liz, my friend, and Liz was like, Cher saw me in the audience, and she literally grabbed my hand and sang at me.
Oh, I wonder which song it was.
If I could turn back time.
Gypsies, trams, and thieves.
Listen, that's my favorite. That is my favorite fucking Cher song, and everybody laughs at me.
I think it's a good one.
It's one of the best.
I'm also a dark lady.
Dark lady. That's like from the same generation,
right?
Like the same time.
Yeah.
I like Turn Back Time.
Yeah.
I like a good 80s power ballad.
Absolutely.
That is the perfect 80s power ballad.
It is.
I know I made you cry.
All
right,
this isn't the serenade hour.
Aside from her like TV appearances, she also created her own like clothing label called Corey Design. And for one of her acts, she wore a feather cape, which was 30 feet by 40 feet.
Oh, yes, mama.
And when she removed this cape to reveal a sequin bodysuit, the cape was raised over the attendees with poles, and kind of covered everyone like a tent.
This sounds like
I
a
love
fucking
that.
Met Gala experience.
Truly. Yeah. Yeah, it really does.
Unfortunately, because of the times, she was a victim to the AIDS crisis, and she passed away in 1993 at the age of 56. She was iconic to the Vogue ballroom culture. She's fondly remembered and celebrated today. But that's her story. But like, why is she part of the Bizarre Buffet universe?
Yeah,
Why?
did we? What are these skeletons in her closet?
Yeah. Do we have to
This
take
is-
our boots the house down?
Is this like before she died or after she died?
Oh, we're about to find out.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about how she fits into our universe, right?
Yeah.
So just for the record, this story isn't necessarily groundbreaking. You know, it's apparently the show Posed did do an episode inspired by her story.
Oh.
And
Okay. I see. I can
Now
relate
Jen's
to Pose.
wheels are turning.
Yeah.
you know, and like, you know, I think this was on like Access Hollywood or Insider or like one of those
Okay.
like things. So it's not like this is like groundbreaking, but I just figured for
This is a great
us,
Bizarre Buffet
it's
story.
like really a good part of our universe.
Yeah.
Especially because like, you know, we're allies or gay or LGBT. You know,
Yeah.
we're all in the letters. So,
Yeah, we are.
so it fits our world.
The letters.
So yeah, after her death, a really like good friend of hers by the name of Lois Taylor, who was also like a fellow drag queen, was going through Corey's closet to sell off her costumes.
Oh, boy.
Now, while rummaging through her closet, Lois unearthed a suitcase that was so heavy that she just couldn't lift it.
Oh shit.
So they dragged out the suitcase and they decided to cut it open. And as soon as they cut it open, this like god awful stench,
Oh, boy.
horrible odor came out of this like dusty fabric bag.
Was it a
Shit.
dead body?
Basically, yeah, it was. I
A
mean,
fucking like decomposed body?
In a Vogue pose. It was like this.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Zoom in.
the dead
Zoom in
body
close.
mark. Talk about a death drop.
Oh! Wow.
Oh my god. All right, continue.
Talk about coming out of the closet.
Another one. He's full of them
I
tonight.
bet that joke is so overused with this subject matter.
That's okay.
But yeah, so basically inside this bag was a partially mummified body. The body was identified as a man named Robert Worley, and the last time he was seen was 1968.
Whoa.
And this
Whoa.
is like so
the 90s.
yeah,
Holy shit.
90s.
So this was
94.
in 94 and the last time he was seen was 1968.
correct.
Holy shit.
And
Surprise.
Oh my god.
guys, there were certain items found with the body that kind of indicated the time frame. They found like vintage like beer can lids that were like
Oh.
specific to, I guess,
Interesting.
a beer can from the
Okay.
60s.
Oh, shit.
Immediately, this skeleton in the closet, quite literally,
Yeah.
created a little bit of a buzz,
Yeah.
and some rumors went flying because everyone's like, "What the fuck? Like, how long has this mummy or this corpse been in this closet? Why did she not tell anyone about this? Like, what is going on here?"
She was busy posing.
Yeah, she. So yeah, you have to, you ask yourself these questions.
Absolutely. I mean, wow.
Also, with this guy, the dead body, like no one ever heard of him, like in her drag circle.
Okay,
She
so like
never-
this was a name of someone that like nobody knew before.
Yeah, like she never mentioned anything about a Robert
Okay.
to her friends. So even her friends are just like, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
like,
Hey, Robert.
News to me too.
Maybe she was holding it for a friend.
Maybe she was just lonely and was like Anatoly and just needed somebody.
Maybe. Oh, that puts a sad twist on it.
I know.
But I mean, we can have options.
Well,
We have-
let me provide you with some.
Yeah.
Oh my
some
God,
options, 'cause
yeah.
there are like theories out there.
Okay,
right?
let's hear 'em.
So some theorize that Corey had shot Worley during a failed robbery.
Oh,
Which
okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Because at the time, I don't think she lived in necessarily the safest community.
Also, like New York during that time was not a great place
It was
to be.
rough.
Oh, yeah. During the 60s, like, I can't imagine. Late 60s.
Even like the 80s, the 90s
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at that time too, like, you know, the police clearly, you know, wanted nothing to do with helping like the gay community, let alone the trans community,
Let alone
or
the
like
black
the black community.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
you
a
name
million. I mean, she had everything going against her that a human could really have.
Yeah.
And, you
Like-
know, her being a trans woman, if she, you know, let's just say if this guy broke in and she killed him out of self-defense, that could come back and bite her in the ass.
It could.
You know, so that's one
Absolutely.
theory. However, after a reporter from New York Magazine did some digging around, some clues were unearthed. Robert, who was like the mummified corpse that they found, his brother claimed that Robert called him drunk one night and rambled on and on about having a fight with a woman named Dorian that he was allegedly seeing.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Now, Lois Taylor, the friend of Dorian who discovered the corpse, told that reporter that Corey has once written a short story about a transgendered woman who killed her lover in revenge after he pressured her to have a sex change.
Oh.
Now, this is just hearsay, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of trans women who are in relationships with hetero-identifying men are probably pressured to have a sex change more often than you would think.
Especially if that person's partner is like, okay, I accept this, but like you're gonna have a sex change, right?
Yeah.
Or in more proper current terms, gender reassignment. I'm just using the terms of that time that would have been
Yeah.
used, so don't come for us.
No, don't.
Yeah, don't.
Especially you YouTube trolls.
Exactly. The YouTube trolls are hardcore.
You are hardcore.
Yeah, they
But
really are.
I feel like, yeah, their partners might want to force them to transition
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
faster.
And
you gotta
who-
go at your own speed.
And for those of our followers, our listeners, like, what was the option at the time? Butcher Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hello. Reference that episode. You'll find out why you wouldn't want to
yeah.
have Butcher Brown as your doctor. I'll tell you that much.
And it's, you know, that theory kind of reminds me of that movie, Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Oh, my God. That's a Gen. That's a Gen 1.
It's a Jed movie.
I
know.
saw that on Broadway.
Did you?
With, what's his name? Michael C. Hall.
Oh, how
With
was he in
Dexter.
that?
He played it so dark.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I could see him doing that, though.
He did like a
I
very
could.
dark twist on Hedwig.
I love it. I got an angry inch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not into musicals, but I did see that. And it was this, like, version in Asbury Park, New Jersey,
Oh.
like 15 years.
I would love to see it with John Cameron Mitchell. That's
the
who
guy
I
who, in
would.
the movie. Yeah.
That's who played him. That's
Yeah.
who wrote it.
The
Yeah.
OG.
Oh, he wrote it?
Yeah, he wrote Hedwig.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah,
Good for him.
He did all of it. Like,
Wow,
that was
good
all
for him.
It's also theorized that disposing the body would be very difficult in New York because of how congested the
Yeah.
city is. It's like almost impossible to get rid of a body
Well,
in New York.
yeah, that's why Michael Alec Party Monster, because they threw it in the fucking Hudson.
Yeah.
And then it popped up like a little buoy, like, you know, a day later.
Hello!
Hello.
Corey also covered the body in baking soda and tightly wrapped the corpse, probably in like saran wrap, to keep the odor from getting out.
Oh, wow.
So this corpse essentially was in Corey's closet for like 30 years.
Yes.
Wow.
With all the costumes and everything.
Holy
Like,
shit. And like no smell ever came out.
Not that I know of.
Wow.
And
That's
she
fascinating.
had that corpse and odor on a lockdown, mama.
That must have been a really tight suitcase.
Well, you know, the community knows how to get shit done.
We do.
That's all I have to say.
right.
We know how to do things.
Yeah.
So most people lean into the idea that this was not an intentional murder, but that this happened under specific circumstances, and just due to the nature of the times, she did the best thing that she could think of to protect herself.
I could believe that.
Yeah.
I could absolutely believe that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because even if it were something where, I mean, let's go down the road of like a rape, right? There's no way that anyone, a police force, would take the rape of a trans woman in the 60s seriously.
No.
Like, she would just have gone to jail for murdering somebody. So, yeah, I think it could go that way for sure.
And another theory, which you brought up, Mark, was that she didn't kill anyone and someone else did. That was a friend, and she was just storing the body.
Yeah.
As a favor.
Could be.
That's a good friend.
Yeah.
That's a good thing
That's
to
a
do.
loyal friend right there.
What if the body came with the apartment, you know? And like, it was just like, surprise.
Surprise.
Last tenant left it.
It could have been a thing too. You never know.
Yeah.
Well, regardless of the motives, I'm leaning more towards the logical here. I think it was just New York City, the 1960s. You know, she had to do what she had to do. As we know, the LGBTQ community is pretty good at getting shit done and being super badass. And if you look at the recent shooting at Club Q in Colorado, it was two gay men who effectively took down the shooter after he killed 5 people.
And one of them was a drag queen, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
One was a drag queen and the other one was a trans woman who used her high heel as a weapon.
Yes, bitch, go.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
So it just shows you that, trans woman and a drag queen are more effective than the police.
Fuck yeah, they were.
Yeah. Wow.
What I also think is funny about the story is just, the whole term skeletons
In the closet, when there was an actual skeleton in the closet.
That's right.
And the fact that it happened to a trans woman.
Listen,
Funnier.
listen, for anybody who considers fucking with any kind of woman, you better think twice.
You better fucking think twice. I'm telling you right now.
think twice, bitch. Think once, and then get that first thought correct.
Yeah.
I love it.
And
I love it.
That's her story.
Yes, Boots the House Down, Bizarre
That
Buffet
was great,
podcast.
Mark.
Bones
I
the house
never-
down.
Bones the House.
I never knew that story.
Wow.
I mean, I looked her up during one of our little breaks, and I was like, okay, I know who this is, but I didn't know about the skeleton in the closet,
Right?
and the dead body.
So
Wow.
Very good.
Well,
We love a good
we do.
corpse.
That was
We like a
fantastic.
corpse.
Thank
we
you.
do like a good corpse moment at Bizarre Buffet.
We do. And
love
watch
drag queens.
if you haven't seen Paris is Burning, the filmmaker who did that, fucking fantastic. She's still alive.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I've never watched it in its entirety. I've only watched clips.
It's really, really good. So I recommend to anybody. And if you want to see our Paris burning, you should go on patreon.com/bizarrebuffet and donate there. And for our first package, you get a postcard. You get a hey girl, hey, it's us, Dorian Corey.
You get a handmade Bizarre Buffet button from me.
Yes, you do. And for the last package, we're working on a middle tier, aka we need to work on a middle tier. But the other tier, which is $10 a month, you get. What do you get? You get drawings from
You
us.
get blindfolded drawings.
Anything you want.
You get a shout out.
You get a shout out.
Do you want an interpretation of the skeleton found in Dorian Corey's closet done by us blindfolded?
We will do it.
We'll do it, and we'll
happen.
videotape it like it's the 90s.
And you also get a postcard and you get the button as well.
Absolutely.
Made by Mark Torriello himself.
That's right, honey.
And then we have a YouTube channel. Just if you want to
do.
watch us, it's Bizarre
Watch
Buffet.
us.
Yeah, for those of you who don't listen to audio, you're watching us right now. So hi.
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 Hi, it's me.
And you get to
Your
see
mother.
me serve looks, mama.
Absolutely.
While
That's-
Mark and I just wear the
serve
same
our regular.
shit.
Yeah, we're serving looks, our regular looks.
We serve our regular.
Yeah, we
looks.
do. We do. But that's okay.
That's all right.
That's all right. That's
This
what makes
isn't-
us.
I'm just wearing a cool shirt. It's not much of a
I know.
look.
I know. It's okay. But anyway, I suppose until next time, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, bizarrebuffet.com. And with that being said, I am Funeral Parlor, a.k.a. the skeleton in Dorian Corey's closet.
And I am Misfortune, aka Cher from the 1960s.
Bitch, yes. All day, every day.
And I am Gizmo Glitter Paws and the Goddess Bunny.
Oh my God.
Another good
Jealous.
callback. Turn back time.